Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sam's Corner. And today we're going to talk about College 529 savings plans. They're a tax advantage plan that allows you to save for your child, and you can use that money towards, how's it money? Money towards qualified educational purposes. And so there are tax advantages associated with them, and please contact your tax professional for more information about it. Now, the plans are offered in all 50 states and Washington, D.C. The reason I recommend these plans is because student loan debt is at an all-time high, and we're seeing people with debt loads that are insane. Some people have debt loads that are the equivalent of a mortgage, and their monthly payments are like 1,600 and upwards, and that's insane for college education. And many of them, they come out of school and they're not getting these high paying jobs. So it's very hard for them to survive. We have to make sure that for this next generation that they don't have that. So it's important to start saving today if you can. And if you can't afford to open a college 529 plan, most plans have a minimum of at least $25 to open the account. And some may have minimum amounts of investment, some may not. So again, you'll have to read the prospectus for more information. But if you can't, at least get a jar, maybe some loose change, something. If you have the expectation for your child to go to college, please provide them with the financial assistance that they're going to need, because we don't want this next generation to be saddled with student loan debt. It'll hamper their ability to do many of the things that they want to, and even maybe some of the things they need to do in their life, because they'll be saddled with such a large obligation and burden. And I understand that not everybody has a lot of money, especially in this time, in this climate. However, please do what you can so that you can lessen your child's burden for the future. So, College 529 savings plan are just that. There's savings plan, there's tax advantages. Again, like I said, consult a tax professional. Now, there are two types of plans. The first one is the prepaid education plan. And what that is that allows you to put away money today. That money is turned to credits for future tuition expenses at today's rate, which helps a great deal because we know tuition rates have been on the rise in recent years. And even now, we're not sure if they're going to continue to rise, go down, stay the same. We don't know. So with that being said, it's just best to do whatever you can to save for your child's education. The second plan is the education savings plan. And that's for qualified purchases that can be used for tuition, but that would be at the rate at the time that you take the money from the plan. It can also be used for fees and possibly for room and board. But again, read the prospectus before you invest, and also do some research for your state to see what fees qualify and don't. Also know that tax laws change over time. So the tax benefit you may receive, by the time they go to college, you might not receive. So just keep all of that in mind before you make a decision. What I want to also mention is that these funds are invested in either mutual funds, and a mutual fund can be a collection of stocks, bonds, other investment vehicles, etc., or exchange traded funds, and they're different. An exchange traded fund is a fund that seeks to mirror more of an exchange. So let's say the NASDAQ, which stands for the National Association of Security Dealers Automated Quotation System, or the S&P 500, or the Dow Jones Industrial Average. These exchange traded funds are considered more passive investment because they're not really actively managed. So the stocks that comprise the Dow Jones Industrial Average, an exchange traded fund will just invest in those stocks. It doesn't matter if those stocks are performing well. They're not looking at debt to equity ratios, earnings per share. They're not looking at the stock price. They're not looking at valuations. They're not looking at a lot of indicators per se. They're saying, okay, this is exchange we're going to mirror. We're going to put money in all of the investments that prizes exchange, and that's it. So that's passive. Mutual funds are a little bit different. Mutual funds oftentimes are more actively managed, but again, it just depends on your state and how they do it. Excuse me. Now, also, there are going to be fees. There are plan fees associated. Again, read the prospectus for more information. You also just want to make sure that you're fully aware of what expenses are considered qualified education expenses. And here's the last note I want to let you know and leave you with. If your child decides not to go to college, or if you withdraw the money for anything and use it for anything other than qualified education expenses, it will be subject to state and federal tax and an additional 10% penalty. I want you to know all of these things because it's my job to make sure that I provide you with as much information as I possibly can and to provide you on the right path. So again, do the best you can to save for your child's education. I know things are tough given where we are right now, but if you have the ability, please put money aside for their education. It's very, very important. And you also get a tax break. Tax breaks are so very, very, very important. And this way you kind of get a double benefit. You're putting money aside for their education so that when the time comes, it may not be all that you need at the moment, but having something is better than nothing. And then also to be able to get that tax credit. And of course, that's a benefit in and of itself. You know, we pay a lot in taxes, and being able to lower that tax, your taxable income is important. So again, thank you for watching. I want everyone to stay safe. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I encourage you to share this video with a friend who has children and really has educational dreams and goals for them, because it's important to encourage them. And I know a lot of people are not familiar with these plans, and they exist. So again, if you decide to do so, read the prospectus, do your research, find out from your tax professional what kind of deductions you'll receive. It is up to you to do your due diligence, and the great thing is I'm here to assist you the best way I can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.